I'm Judy.
I'm Carol.
And I'm Peggy.
And we're the Wildflowers.
Yes, we are. What's our episode number today?
What do you think?
103.
Is
Yeah.
it? Yep.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
Yes. I have to double check myself.
103.
Yeah, 103.
Good for us, not good for a temperature.
That's right.
But that's how the temperature has been here on Long Island.
It's been getting up there, but I think
Yeah.
this week we're going to have some rain, which I like.
Yeah. Okay.
I like rain. I know.
As long as it's not a weekend for people that want to be in the sun. I'm
Yeah.
not one of them. Yeah, I don't mind the rain either. But yeah.
The last time the three of us saw each other was at a protest, though, wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
That's right.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We call them a rally.
Yes, a rally.
And these hats
Yes.
was supposed to come in time for that protest.
Oh, we didn't have them, though.
No, you didn't.
No.
But my subject is going to have things to do with Donald Trump, so you should keep your hats handy.
Oh, I left mine in
She
the
doesn't
kitchen.
wanna wear
Okay,
them.
so.
Oh, well,
But
okay.
that's
I understand.
okay.
I understand.
But,
I'll wear mine.
But I enjoyed being there. I liked the energy at that rally.
It was,
Yeah.
It was
I
from
would have
Ohio.
preferred it to be overcast and rainy.
It was hot.
It was so hot.
oh
It
my
really
goodness.
was
It
rough
was
on me.
brutal.
Yeah.
It really was.
Forgot
But
to
we
do that.
we stood there the whole time, and I have to say it was peaceful.
Oh yeah.
They're always peaceful.
And I left more energized because I felt like I didn't know what to expect here on Long Island as far as this, the public, but I thought we had a lot more support than we had negative attention.
Right.
So
Well,
that
yeah.
invigorated me.
One thing that I did notice, and I noticed at these rallies, which I find, and I was talking to my daughter about it, it's like, there was that one man who was leaning against the pole the whole time, an elderly man, I don't know if you remember him, and then there was a woman with a walker.
Oh, I do, yeah.
But older people are doing this, and we don't have that many young people. I haven't seen a lot of young people doing these rallies, and Natasha was saying to me, she goes, well, they do it other ways, whatever. I'm like, I don't know. I think it's just interesting that I feel like the crowds are more older.
Yeah, I've found that too, even at the Mineola ones, where there's thousands of people. Most of the people are middle-aged and up to the boomers,
Yeah.
But maybe I'll just be a little,
Devil's
different,
advocate.
a little devil's advocate, a little different point of view is that maybe the rallying is something of our generation, older generation. There is a different age now, and
Right.
younger people get their information differently. And so perhaps Natasha might be right. I got your back, Natasha. As far as that, maybe they are doing something in just a different way that we don't have, because these are the tools we know.
Right.
There are, like, I belong to the North Town of Oyster Bay Democratic Club, where it's all people like, middle-aged to, like my age and older. But there is a young person's separate club, and most of these clubs, political clubs, do have their young versions, but I don't know why they don't show up at the rallies, or they're in school, or, they have other things. I don't know.
Right.
But I wish that they would too.
There was
But
a
they did
very
come out-
young one there though, little baby.
Oh,
Someone
baby.
bought their baby, which was so cute.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was,
But-
I did find this morning that there was an article that popped up, and it says, if these 10 words are part of your vocabulary, you have above intelligence. And I just found this so interesting because right after this week, when Trump praised the Liberian president, Joseph Boakai, for speaking good English, that's a quote from Trump, and asked him where he went to school, and he didn't realize that English is their language. But he was talking to the president, Joseph Boakai, who's a black man, and he was saying it in such a way. Did you see this at all? Did you see?
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
As if it was unexpected that
Yes.
he would have
And
been a good speaker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's just typical of him.
So I'm guessing that none of these words are in Trump's vocabulary. Number 1, nuance. Number 2, hypothetical. Number 3, your favorite, empathy.
Love that word.
Number 4, context. Number 5, skeptical. Number 6, articulate. Number 7, implication. Number 8, ambiguity. Number 9, correlation. And number 10, perspective. So these are 10 words that they had on the list that, if you use these words, that, you're just a little bit above intelligence. And Trump says that this president was using good English. How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
It's yeah.
Well, Carol,
That makes me want to drink, but anyway, you
I just wanna-
you do
yeah.
it. I'm going to guess.
Kathleen, our friend Kathleen and I, we went to Southampton yesterday because to the Southampton Arts Center.
Oh,
And what a beautiful place. And the exhibit was American flags,
Oh.
throughout,
from starting the history of it.
Yes, they didn't have the Betsy Ross. This man, he owns these flags. He actually purchased them and he has them, and he brought them there for this exhibit. It was a very interesting thing. At the end, they say write, they give you a form, they say write down your favorite flag and why, and then you get into a drawing for, they used to use years ago in the 1800s these kerchiefs they made that for campaigning, and there was a kerchief, the one that you win was not the original but a replica of a George Washington one. And Jessica loves George Washington. She reads all about him. So I signed up for it. So the flag that I picked, that was my favorite, was an appalling flag. And this is the flag here. It says, Native Americans, beware of foreign influence.
Wow.
This flag was used by the Native American Party, a populist xenophobic party whose platform was anti-immigration, anti-Catholic, anti-Irish, anti-German, and anti-cultural assimilation. For them, Native American did not refer to indigenous people. Because when I first saw it, I was so puzzled. I said, Native Americans are saying beware of, influence?
Wow.
So, in the canton, there is a ballot box captioned 21 years referencing their proposal that immigrants should have to reside in the United States for 21 years before they could become naturalized. Eventually, they were colloquially called the Know Nothing Party due to their practice of answering all queries with, I know nothing. In the election of 1844, they supported James Polk. A reproduction of this flag is featured in the films Gangs of New York.
Okay.
But I never heard of the Native American Party, but when I read that, I remember learning about the Know Nothing Party. I mean, that name is stuck in my head.
Wow.
So, and Riley knew what it was. Jessica said, I don't know, Mom, I failed history. Riley said, oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was, so I wrote down the reason why it was my favorite flag is because it really reflects what's going on now. Like, this has always been an issue in this country.
It always has, and we've gotten through it so far, which makes me think that we will get through this.
That's what
time
Jessica
too.
said yesterday, because she reads a lot of history.
Yeah.
And she said, Mom, this is nothing new in this country. What's happening has happened repeatedly, and we always got through it. And I said, but it's a little scarier now.
Well, because
like
we're
our checks
living
and
through it.
well, it's also because I think our checks and balances are slipping a little.
I don't
You
know.
know?
I'm slogging my way through this huge book, very slowly, Demagogue, I think I told you, but with about McCarthy, and reading about how, because I didn't live during that time, but,
Right.
reading about the wheels moving and how the thinking was to get to what he was, responsible for doing was, I write you echoes of what's going on now, and we got through that.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not, not unscathed. Of course
We
not.
didn't also have the internet back then, where all these conspiracy theories and policies of hate it spreads so rapidly.
And AI is putting images out there that people believe are true, and
Yeah.
they're not. And that's very upsetting, because like, oh, I saw this on the internet as a picture of, I don't even know what, and then, but it's not real. It's not a real, and I'm even careful, even when they share things with Trump about him or whatever, I'm like, I don't know if that's real, and I'm not gonna share it, because I don't know if it's real. I don't wanna,
Yeah.
I don't wanna add to the confusion.
Yeah, you have to go. I go on factcheck.org or
Well, it's
Snopes.
hard with the images to know,
Yeah.
you know, but the Snopes is good. But
Yes.
so you said you had wine?
I
I'm
do have wine.
sorry.
I have it down here because
Wine is good.
I
Wine
wanted
is
to keep it a little bit of a secret. I didn't want any preconceived judgments.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
I know. But I thought it was good for today.
I know what
this
she's
summer.
gonna do.
Okay, all right. Oh,
What did you think I was gonna do?
I don't know what you.
I thought you were going
think
to do a Riesling, but I love La Crema.
I do
You
too.
did. You did.
It's delicious brands. They make a
Oh.
very good Chardonnay. Carol bought it for me for my birthday.
Well, this
And it's
is. Oh, look at
delicious.
you. Okay, so this is a Pinot Noir rosé.
Okay. I know. I've had plenty of them. I love them. We're surprising you.
Okay, so this I haven't had, so I'm glad you've had it, but I haven't had it. This was given to me recently by my aunt, and we didn't get to open it because I had a 4th of July celebration, and we had lots of mojitos instead. So I thought I would have it here, and she could watch this and see if we, what we
Yeah.
all think of it.
Well, I love the brands. I've had the Chardonnay, and it's a very good, reasonably priced, very reasonably priced one.
Yes, and this is, so it's chilled, because I had it in the refrigerator thinking we would
Here, put
drink
that
it. I'll put it over
close.
here.
Okay.
Thank you. And I will tell you a little bit, should we toast and then I'll
Yeah.
tell you after
Yeah,
the
sure.
tasting? Okay, first.
Okay, I gotta jump in.
Sure.
On Monday, I'll be at East Meadow Library doing an
Oh,
event
that's
with
right.
Jennifer Safri, another author. So, doing events, but also
Good
to-
events.
Is it 7 o'clock?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, that's a nice
Stop
thing.
by.
Smells delicious.
It's good.
Oh, I like that it's dry.
When I looked at the reviews, which, well, I shouldn't poison you, they got very good reviews, this one. So when I said
Okay.
it was dry, I said, I can't bring it if it's sweet because Carol won't like that. But
Well,
so I
you
looked
won't
and
like
it
it
was
either.
dry.
No, I don't drink any sweet wines at
Yeah.
all, and most rosés are dry.
But do you drink some sweet wines? I don't know why my voice just went like that.
I don't volunteer, like I wouldn't buy one. I wouldn't buy one for myself, but if somebody offered it to me, like if it was open, I would drink it. You know,
Really?
I would.
A
Yeah.
sweet one? No, I
I
don't.
wouldn't drink a lot of it, but I would, especially if it's a summer day. I would drink it.
That's why during the summer, like I've been buying a lot of rosés.
Really? Okay.
Oh
You know,
my God, she got Natasha a rosé for her birthday. Tasha loved it.
Well done.
She said it was the best rosé that she ever had.
And
What's the
she
name
wa-
of it?
and she
This is the story. She's going to tell you the story.
Natasha was away in Pennsylvania, and she decided, well, I'm going to go into the liquor store and see if they have it, because they drink it all and they want another bottle, and it's called Black Girl Magic. Well, she goes in and she doesn't see it on the shelf, and the manager or whatever goes, well, what's the name of it? And she goes, well, Black Girl Magic. And he goes, what? Black Girl Magic. Like she was embarrassed to say their name. And
I
so,
don't know why.
yeah, well, I don't know. And so he said, oh yeah, no, we don't have that.
It was Pennsylvania.
but she loved it. She
Oh,
really
that's good.
so-
So now we should get a bottle. Is it?
No, it's
Hard
not.
to
It was.
find?
Well, Total Wine has it.
Okay.
The first time I wanted to buy it, it was on Total Wine, and I put it on my order, and then it got spit off the order because it was sold
Like
out.
magic.
It was sold out. So then when I was looking for wines to buy Natasha for her birthday, I went on Total Wine, and they had it. So I said, I have to get it, let Natasha try it. Because it's a woman-owned business, it's a black woman-owned
See,
business.
that's good.
And, I said, and it got good reviews. And I said, I'm going to try it. So, and it's very good. I thought I didn't taste it, and I said, I'm pretty sure when I ordered it for Natasha, I ordered 2 bottles. And I don't have another bottle, so I must have had
She
it.
has no memory of having this, but she had it.
I think I had it. But anyway,
That's the
it's good.
alcoholic black.
So, and the La Crema, I like the Chardonnay.
Oh,
Now, I'm
okay.
gonna say I like the Chardonnay better than I like the Rosé.
Okay.
I like the Rosé. This is very good. I do like it, but I like a little more flavor in a
Okay.
Rosé.
Well, let me, for our watchers at home, this has described as aromas of raspberry, strawberry, and hints of fresh citrus. The wine presents aromas of strawberry, white raspberry, and mandarin orange, followed by flavors of cran raspberry. The grapes are gently pressed with a short skin contact time to extract the delicate flavors. It's described as delicate, crisp, and vibrant based on some reviews. It got very good reviews, and it was a very, they could describe it as a very dry rosé.
Yeah.
So I thought this should be a safe one to bring, for here at least.
It's
Yeah.
delicious. It really
Okay.
is, and
Okay,
it
all
is
right.
a nice drink.
So the alcohol content.
Oh, alcohol
Don't
content.
tell us.
Okay, I haven't
Okay.
looked yet, so I can't tell you.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
I
with
need
12.
glasses.
I'm gonna go with 12.
I get that. I get that. I'll say 12.5 just to.
Okay.
What?
You are both incorrect. It is 13 and a half.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
And the price point?
Well, I paid for the Chardonnay. I think it's $11.99 or $12.99.
Okay.
I
So
would
I'm gonna
say-
go with $13.99 then.
I'll say 14.95.
Okay. I had it. I had it at Total Wines. Hold on. 15.49 at Total Wines.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
there you are.
Well, very.
Oh,
How many
Natasha.
wildflowers?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd
I'd
give
give
like
it
a
4.
4.5.
Yeah, I'll give it 4.
For a rosé, I can
4.25.
be a little picky
I
with
love the
rosés.
fact that it's dry, so I would give
Yeah.
it definitely 4.5.
Yeah,
Definitely.
There's a really good rosé that I like that is also inexpensive. You know of Whispering Angel,
Yeah.
right? That's very good. A little bit pricey. For me anyway, I don't like spending $22 on a bottle
Yeah.
of wine because I
'Cause
drink
you
it very
drink it.
quickly. They also have another rosé called The Beach, and I like it better than
Oh, wow.
Whispering Angel. It's very flavorful and very dry, and I think it's like $12.99.
Now let me ask you with rosés in it before, do you drink it only at this time of year in the summer? Or
No, I drink it all
Okay.
year.
I don't drink it at all
You don't-
usually.
I think for me, it's more of a hot weather wine for
Oh
me.
yeah, I
Yeah.
get
Well,
that.
that's like the reputation of it, but it's becoming more and more common that people drink it all year round. Because it's a very refreshing wine, and
It is refreshing. I normally though don't like
It's not
chilled,
good
wines. I mean,
Get snockered.
unless it's white, but chilled
Yeah.
is not my. I have to be in the mood for a cold wine now.
yeah.
Yeah. I get,
I'm always in the mood for a cold wine.
oh really?
I like white wines,
Yeah.
cold
But
and crisp.
I never serve you white wine when you're here. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I like red wine
Do you
too.
even have white wine?
No.
No, I was gonna
Yeah.
say you
No,
don't.
and
usually.
the wine club that I am, they know.
They know.
No, it's just red. I only
Yeah.
do the reds.
Right,
Yeah.
that's usually what I have is reds
Yeah.
at home. But
Yeah.
I do keep a few bottles of white in the refrigerator because like my sister drinks white,
Right.
my mother drinks white. my
See,
aunt
I
likes
keep a
white.
few bottles
Yeah.
of red in my house on my
Okay.
wine rack because Jessica likes red wine. And, Samantha likes sparkling, so I always have sparkling wine too.
You know, I'm gonna have to get some because I have friends coming from upstate
Yes.
in August. I better have some white.
Just to
backup
keep
wines,
something
yeah.
in your refrigerator, a
Yeah,
bottle or
yeah.
two.
Yeah, and maybe the
If you want to
rosé,
be
too.
deemed a good hostess, anyway.
Yeah.
And I do, yeah. I'm gonna be taking them out to the vineyards, but
Oh,
I'd rather have some.
vineyards, Alaska. Whoa.
Yeah,
my goodness,
I know.
woman is-
No, I'm not taking them to
I'm
Alaska.
just saying, yeah.
I'm talking about going to Alaska, but that's another story. But yeah, this is very nice. And
Oh, good.
did
I'm
we
glad you liked
disappoint
it.
you that we kind
No,
of
you pleasantly surprised because I was a little dreading it. I said, "Oh, they're gonna see the rosé and be like, oh, I don't want to drink that." But
like how you treated me last time when I opened up the wine. You're like, oh, I forget, was it Pinot
did I
Noir?
not like that?
Well, no, you didn't like that I was going to have it. The Pinot Noir. I think it was a Pinot Noir. The last, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
so
I don't remember
insulted.
that.
No, you were disappointed because you just basically were starting to drink wine again, so you
Oh,
wanted to
I
get
wanted-
right back into
Yeah,
the.
the
Oh,
body.
okay.
And I-
that's right. Yeah,
and
it
I
wasn't
get
full
that,
body.
and
yes.
I get that. You know,
Right.
when you haven't had wine for a year, you
Yeah.
want something you really
Right.
enjoy.
And sometimes it's really what you're in the mood for too, in that particular moment
Yes.
in time.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while I say, I'm in the mood to have a glass of red wine, a nice full bodied, and
Correct.
other times say, oh, well, Like a
How's that
rosé
going?
or
A little something, something.
Well, very good. So should we move on to the book?
We
yes,
should.
ma'am.
Okay. All right, let's see if I can pull this off. I am actually a publicist for this book. It's called, and it's coming out in September. It's on Leaves and Light, Sunprints of American Native Plants by
Ooh.
Lindy Smith.
Oh, that sounds interesting for me.
Exactly. I thought of the two of you,
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked through it a couple of weeks ago.
and it's
You want me to
crazy.
hold it while- can I look at it while you
Sure,
read?
absolutely. So, the crazy thing is that I am not knowledgeable about plants or flowers or anything at all.
She is not lying.
I am not.
She's a houseplant killer.
Pretty much. I try not to be. But when I was asked to be the publicist for this book, I was really taken by the fact that, all right, I'm going to read part of the the press release.
Okay.
So after spending several years working on a documentary photographic project about American ranch life that became a book, Straight West, Portraits and Scenes from Ranch Life in the American West, Lindy Smith started to become very interested in the many weeds growing on the farm where she lived in rural New York. And that jumped out at me. I go, rural New York. Like, I would be, I lived on a farm. I everything to me was a weed. I didn't know it, Did I make you laugh? So everywhere she walked, plants unknown to her were flourishing.
Right.
So she found her next project, which is this book, Leaves and Light, Sunprints of American Native Plants. And I'm getting a lot of feedback for this book. A lot of people are definitely interested because I reach out to people that in her market. Thomas McGuane, who is an author, he writes, he's a National Book Award nominee. He did a foreword for the book, and one of the things he says is that it is our luck that the eternal aspects of these daredevils have fallen to the eye of artist Lindy Smith, who has used the sun in ways known best to her to reveal the souls of plants as lives, as archetypes, as semaphore. Their shapes seem to belong to dreams. I just love that. While for all their unexpectedness, they are no more accidental than dreams. What we see emerges from the lives they lived in deep time. Their importance hangs over them as an aura. And it's just so interesting that how she films these, and she does honor these plants that,
She really does.
I walk outside and I try to become more aware now of, I used to get annoyed that people would get rid of dandelions. I was like, but they're a
I
plant.
still do.
You get rid of dandelions?
No, I still get annoyed.
Yeah, I like
I just stopped
dandelions.
at
They
this
look
one
pretty.
here. This is American barnyard grasses. I have this
Yeah.
growing in my front yard.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's why I stopped here. And I
Really?
yeah, I just thought it's just so beautiful, and she's kind
Right.
of captured it here. That this is stuff people mow down,
yeah.
and I keep a patch of wild weeds. Actually, my friend Grace got me a plaque that says, "Don't mind the weeds. I'm feeding the bees." So
Yeah.
I put it right there. It's on the corner. They took down a telephone pole, and my husband and I let what grew in that telephone just come up naturally,
Yeah.
organically.
Oh, that's so cool.
And this is all over it.
Yeah.
And it's very beautiful. When you
Yeah.
look at it from my
Wow.
front door, the way the wind goes, the amount of life that's generated from
Yeah.
there. Not just bees, but I mean there's butterflies,
Yeah.
there's a lot of different flowers that have bloomed up in that
Oh,
space.
I love that.
Before I pull out a weed, I always look to see if it's invasive or not.
Well,
and
that
if
was
it's
my
invasive,
question, too.
then I pull it. And a lot of times, like a particular weed, they'll tell you don't even put it in with your yard waste, burn it. Because it's like taking over forest and,
But it has
roadside.
a right to
So
live too.
it
No?
doesn't belong here, and it kills. It's not good for the wildlife in your
Okay.
area, the insects
See, I
in your
needed to hear
area,
that. I needed
and
to hear
other plants. It chokes them out.
No, it's true. And I could see it.
Yeah.
I don't go to that extreme.
Yeah.
I just don't. But
Because I like a lot of weeds. They're wildflowers,
Yeah.
and they're very pretty, and I let them grow as long as they're not, invasive.
I'm sorry to
No,
cut you off there.
no, no,
But I
I-
have these two.
I just want to say where she did the photographs, she focused she put it from the eastern woodlands, so Massachusetts and New York, and then prairies and grasslands from Illinois, Iowa, and Wyoming, and then California she did a lot
Wow.
as well.
That's
And
pretty.
yeah, that's very, and it's just so interesting, and it's also a photography book. It's not just
It is.
about the plants, so the not flowers, but the plants. And she explains how she did it with and you'd probably be interested because you do like more photography than I even understand. But she began with small diptychs, and then later larger diptychs and quadriptychs.
I take pictures. I don't. I never took a photography class,
Okay.
which I'm thinking of doing actually.
Oh, okay. I love
Yeah.
that. That's cool. So she was fascinated, but then you're going to torture me then with these pictures. Where we go, she's like, take a picture. Okay. She was fascinated by the unpredictability of the results this process offered. So I'm getting a lot of feedback, and people have asked for the PDFs of the book to review.
Wow.
So this is one of the better projects that I've had with getting attention for a book, and it's well deserved. And
It's a beautiful.
Did you ever hear
book.
from Margaret Wrinkle?
she didn't want to do it.
Oh, she said no.
She said no, but because she's working on her own book.
Oh yes, I was reading about
You
it.
should
the book
go
that she's
around
working
in your
on.
yard and see which weeds you have that match up.
Really?
Yeah.
But here, let me just read you a little bit about the author, just to give you her a shout out. So her name is Lindy Smith. She received a degree in French and photography from Bennington College and received a certificate of completion at the Université de Caen in Normandy. She founded Visual Concepts, a display and interior design firm in Massachusetts. She returned to photography in 1992 after observing a Buck Buchanan horsemanship clinic in Wyoming, which led to 7 years of documenting ranch life. Oh, I love that. From Montana to Arizona. In 2000, she began making images under sunlight. This work is in many public and private collections, and you may find out more about her, and she's available for interview as part of my press release, at lindy-smith-art.com. So look for it, and it makes a nice coffee table book,
It's
and
beautiful.
it makes
Yeah, it
you
is.
appreciate the plant life that I never did. I mean, I don't know why. I grew up on a farm, and I have a friend who I saw a few months ago, and she looked at me. She goes, "You don't have a garden?" And I went, "No, I don't even know how to start a garden. I just like to write."
Well, that's your thing.
That's
That you
right.
don't
Yeah,
have
that's
to
your thing.
apologize
Yeah.
for that.
I know,
That's
but I
what
feel
you
ignorant.
do.
I really do. I
Is
feel.
that a lot of people don't garden?
But that's why
know,
you read. That's how we learn. You don't have
Yeah.
to have it, but you
Right.
could be, to
Well.
learn about it. And that's a beautiful book. And I
It
love
is.
that she seemed to have captured the beauty that are in
Yeah.
the weeds.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
really is in our native weeds.
Yeah.
Right.
Weeds.
Right.
Which I think are beautiful.
Right,
Yeah.
no,
That's
and you have to it's almost like take time to smell the roses. Well, take time to
Yes.
smell the plants, and look
Yes.
at what she did. It's just fascinating to me, and it's published by Perspecta Press, is actually who is a part of my publisher. So I get to work with a lot of the authors from there. So
When does it come out? Do you know?
September 9th,
Nice.
the day before the anniversary of before she was a Finley. That would be a
Oh,
a
that's
year old.
Oh my
right.
goodness. So
Yeah.
that's good
Wow, that
timing.
went
That's good
fast
luck.
that year.
It did go fast.
Yeah, it
Wow.
definitely did.
Well, good. I
Definitely.
wish her all the best with
Leaves
this
and
book.
Light.
It's a
Yeah.
lovely book.
By Lindy Smith, and again, if anyone that's interested in photography or nature, because they're also a very strong proponent of the environment and paying attention to our environment. So
And so this is just sunlight she did it under?
apparently,
It
so
really
Well,
is-
probably, all different
Because
settings
look
on
at
her
this.
camera. Yeah.
It's very artistic.
Yeah,
Sherlock.
she probably shot it in RAW, and then you do different things.
I would have no idea.
My
how to-
camera does so many things that I don't know what it is.
that's Sherlock. who
Sherlock,
Sherlock, knock it off.
what are you, crazy?
He is. He is. He's like, what?
Pull it.
And I also have another dog here. I have Bonnie's
She's
back.
very well behaved.
Bonnie's a sweet girl. She's on my
she's
couch.
a very good girl.
She's
Yes.
a very good girl. So,
love Bonnie.
so I guess we're moving on to the
We
topic.
are.
Yes, and the topic I'm going to put on my 8647 hat.
Oh, I think
for-
I know what we're talking about. You know, I think I need more wine.
Well, give me some.
I
No,
know.
I'll drink this.
So I'll have a little drop
Yeah.
more.
I think we're gonna need it to get through this topic.
That's good.
Peggy got us all a hat.
She did.
And I
The
left
green is
my,
nice. I thought it was gray. I
my,
gotta take
my
it off.
hat is over on the coffee table.
Yeah,
but-
I bought them
Keep it cool.
because we went to, the three of us went to
Thank you.
a rally, a protest rally last week, and they were supposed to come in time for that, but they didn't. So
We
they
could've
just
used
came
them
the other
to
day,
keep
I
the sun
know,
off
to
our
keep
heads.
the sun off our heads. It was very sunny and hot, so. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about something that I'm sick to death of talking about, and it's this current MAGA administration. And just as it pertains to what the DOJ is doing in this administration.
You really
I
want to
mean,
get me drunk.
There's
don't
so many other things going on in every single part of our government,
Yeah.
but I got an email from this site, it's called Democracy Docket, and they had just the other day, they put these different things that the Trump administration is doing with the DOJ.
Peggy, are these facts or are these?
No, these are facts, and it's
Oh.
all about voting rights. This is how they're trying to get people who are not white in the United States not to be able to vote. So I was going to say they're trying to keep people of color out, black people, but it's anybody who isn't white in this country. They don't want them to be able to vote easily.
Be
so.
prepared to be pissed.
Yeah.
If
So
you're
it's
right.
just this one thing that I jotted down right before I left, because there's a woman, her name is Tina Peters. And she was just convicted. She got 9 years. She was convicted last August on charges related to her role. What are you
sorry,
doing?
Peggy.
I'm so sorry.
I think that they're all Trump supporters.
Stop it.
Wait, I think they all think it's time to EAT and it's
But we
not.
didn't get up to no yet.
No.
You go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Go ahead, Peggy. I apologize.
We're live.
Go ahead.
What bad puppies. All right, but anyway, Tina Peters
Right.
was convicted last August on charges related to her role in an election equipment tampering case.
Right.
You remember her. She got 9 years. She's in prison right now. Because she was the Mesa County clerk and recorder.
I remember
And
her
the
face.
DOJ just recently,
DOJ.
DOJ,
You
sorry,
think of Doge.
DOJ, I'm overwhelmed with dogs, yeah.
The dog.
DOJ
Whatever.
just made an unusual move, not normal. Everybody's talking about this is not normal. The DOJ made an unusual move by filing a briefing that could help her case. And Trump has been calling for her release.
Yes.
So every crime that Trump and his administration have committed since 2016, he sides with the people who commit those crimes and tries to pardon them.
Yep.
Right now he's doing it with Bolsonaro, from Brazil,
Brazil.
because he didn't want to give up his power in a fair election. He said it's rigged, I'm staying
Right.
in power. Trump is on his side.
Yes,
The poor
he is.
guy is a victim of a witch hunt, which isn't true. So I just wanted to bring that up because all these things infuriate me. So anyway, one of the many things that the Democracy Docket listed, and I'm not going to go through all the details of it because it would take me a month. So the Department of Justice told a federal judge Thursday, this is going back in April, I think, March or April. It starts from March and it goes through July 8th.
It's a lot of ground to cover.
It sure is. The Department of Justice told a federal judge Thursday that the United States should take President Donald Trump's place as the defendant in several civil lawsuits seeking to hold him accountable for his supporters' January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol. Okay? It was all him. But he doesn't want to have to, pay the penalty.
Right.
And that means we pay.
Right. If
Okay,
successful,
taxpayer.
The substitution could shield Trump from facing judgment in lawsuits brought by police officers and lawmakers who argue that his actions contributed to the harm they suffered in the Capitol
And the
attack.
families of those who were killed.
Yep.
The unusual move comes amid the Trump administration's larger effort to erode the DOJ's long-established independence from the president to advance his political and personal interest.
Yeah.
Okay, so absorb that and think about it. And you could look up any of this stuff online because these are things that are really happening that they don't talk about on Fox News or on his right-wing podcast.
Or speak to people who work there.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
Well, the one thing you just said about Fox News is that, all right, I won't say it right now, I'll wait. But
Okay.
I do have a quote, but,
Well, go ahead.
you sure?
They're
go for it.
lying to
Okay.
you.
Okay. all right,
They're lying
so-
to you.
Yes, so in the
Yes.
early days of Fox News, Roger Ailes, who was the former CEO of Fox News, said that people don't want to be informed, they want to feel informed. And that's exactly
That's the
what's
difference.
happening, so.
They want to hear what they believe, and that's how you feel informed.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm validated.
Yes.
That's absolutely
Yes.
right.
Yep.
Yes.
Don't ever look at any other
I
news
always
source.
knew immigrants were suspicious. I'm validated in my
Exactly.
views, and I'm right to think
Exactly.
this way.
So number 2 I have here is the U.S. Department of Justice dropped its claims against Texas that its new state legislative and congressional maps violate the Voting Rights Act. So the Department of Justice was focused on that, and now since Trump got in, they dropped it.
Of course.
Okay? The lawsuit originally filed in 2021 by the DOJ under the Biden administration alleged that the state's new redistricting plans, drawn with 2020 census data, violated Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act because they ignored the Lone Star State's growing minority population and instead diluted the voting strengths of voters. The lawsuit was later consolidated with several other similar lawsuits. So in late January, a federal judge ordered the DOJ, now under the Trump administration, to let the court know if they plan to continue their claims against Texas or change their position. Are you kidding me?
People are
It's
paying
sickening.
attention.
In his order, District Judge Jerry E. Smith, appointed by President Ronald Reagan, referenced Trump's appointment of Pam Bondi as Attorney General and the DOJ's order to freeze its Civil Rights Division as possible influence that the DOJ's position might have changed in this lawsuit. It's sickening. All right, it was fairly unusual order as judges don't typically ask the DOJ to restate their position on ongoing litigation because of an administration
Because of a
shift.
change of administration. And that's
So now we have
Accurate
DOJ fighting against democracy and the courts.
Yeah, because he's got these loyalists that he's just padded the courts with.
Despite the DOJ dismissing their claims in the lawsuit, litigation is ongoing with a coalition of pro-voting groups, including the League of United Latin American Citizens, the Southwest Voter Registration Education Project, Mi Familia Vota, and others, continuing their legal efforts for fair maps in Texas. A trial is tentatively set for May. So it's probably ongoing, or I don't know what the outcome of it was. So, but did you like my Spanish accent?
Yes, I was very impressed.
I really did enjoy that.
All right, a third one. The U.S. Department of Justice ordered its Civil Rights Division to halt a majority of its functions, including a freeze on pursuing new cases, indictments, or settlements, according to reporting from the Washington Post.
I did hear about that. That's one that I do remember hearing about, that
Per a memo sent to Kathleen Wolfe, President Donald Trump's appointee as the temporary supervisor of the DOJ's Civil Rights Division until his nominee, Harmet Dilyan, is confirmed by the U.S. Senate, the division is not to file any new complaints, motions to intervene, agreed upon remands, amicus briefs, or statements of interest.
This is true.
Now, this, his DOJ nominee was actually confirmed, I think, in June. And she, a longtime attorney who Trump picked to serve as Assistant Attorney General of Civil Rights, has a long history of working to roll back voting rights. Okay?
And she'll find support with Justice Clarence Thomas in that, because he does not like the Voting Rights Act.
Exactly. With Dilyan running the DOJ's Civil Rights Division, it's a clear indicator that Trump plans to purge the department of career voting attorneys and use it to roll back voting rights instead of enforcing them. And that is what's happening. I mean, there's more. It's unusual, beyond unusual. It's unprecedented.
It's
so
criminal.
Here we go with, this is not normal.
Right. This
It's
is criminal.
worse than not
But
normal.
you have to pay attention. And like Peggy said, don't listen to us just because she's reading this. It's factual. This is our lives. I get crazy.
All right, so, and I could read more, but a Justice Department that was created to protect civil rights, literally abdicating its duty and responsibility to protect Americans from all forms of discrimination.
And this isn't just DOJ. Most, if not all, of the agencies within the government have gutted their civil rights workers.
Of course,
Which,
and all
right.
the DEI that's going on.
Because they're DEI, so now that means if you have a complaint as a worker, if you're facing discrimination, there is nobody
There's
to
nobody
do
to go to.
investigations.
Exactly.
Thereate nobody to bring forth complaints or create
I don't know, you're gonna have to quit,
investigations.
okay? You're gonna have to
Right.
quit.
And then you don't have an income, and then you have
Right.
to go on, oh wait, no, never mind, you can't go on Medicaid because
Oh, yeah.
it won't be there for you.
And
Okay.
then, Social Security is not,
Right, that's
Yeah.
good.
you don't
Yeah.
need that.
No,
I know.
no.
All right, so this is our fourth point. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced Monday that she is
We should drink
directing
every time her name
the
comes
U.S. Okay.
God.
Attorney General Pam Bondi announced Monday that she is directing the U.S. Department of Justice to dismiss its lawsuit against Georgia's massive voter suppression law, Senate Bill 202. The announcement makes this the fifth Biden-era DOJ pro-voting lawsuit that's been dropped under President Donald Trump. Bonnie agrees.
I know, look
She's
at her
wagging
tail.
her tail.
I know, she's so cute over there.
But litigation is still ongoing despite the DOJ withdrawing. It's in the District Court of Appeal, so we'll see.
Well, she's, Pam Bondi. Oh,
Pam
is that-
Bondi!
Hey, wait.
I can't keep on drinking, I'll get drunk.
She had, the Epstein file on her desk
She did.
until it wasn't.
Until-
I
wasn't
almost did
there.
this talk on the Epstein file, so that's my next one.
Oh gosh, okay, because I was
I've been
curious
looking
about
up
that
stuff
one
about
too.
that.
Yeah, no, I had been advocating for the Epstein thing since years ago when the Miami Herald exposed it and it was dropped. And I remember posting something on Facebook about it. I'm like, what the heck? But
There's
we
too
know
many powerful people
there
on
is
that
a
list.
list, and including, I suspect,
Including-
Elon Musk has some ideas about who's on that list, everybody.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
If he comes up.
Melania's on that list too.
Oh, I would have no
It was
doubt.
the first time they had sexual intercourse was on
Was that
the Lolita, which was his plane, Epstein's plane. She was a cool girl. I'm telling you, she was a cool girl.
All the opinions.
It will come out.
All the opinions expressed
That
on
is
this-
not a fact. That is my opinion. Melania Trump was a cool girl. She fucked Donald Trump for the first time on the Lolita, which was the plane of Jeffrey Epstein. That's all I can say about that.
I'm coming over here.
There's not enough wine in this bottle.
Okay. So anyway, we're talking about
Right, go ahead.
the pro-voting laws in
Right.
Georgia.
Right.
So as soon as Governor Brian Kemp signed SB 202 into law in 2021, it was met with a stew of legal challenges from pro-voting groups and eventually the DOJ. DOJ went after it too. What happened? Among the many anti-voting measures in the law are numerous restrictions on mail-in voting, which is very popular, changes to early voting rules, stricter voter ID requirements, restricting who can assist voters who need help completing their absentee ballot, limiting drop boxes in each county, new provisions for runoff elections, and a line warming ban.
Wait, a line?
A line warming ban, barring people from handing out water and food for those waiting online
For a long
to
time.
vote.
Yeah, for a long time. And that had to be remember there was in New York, Governor Hochul had to come out and say,
Yeah.
you're allowed to put
Exactly.
have some
I
water
know.
on, yeah.
Especially
So
in New York City where the
Yeah.
lines are tremendously
When we
long.
were in the middle of that heat wave
Yeah.
on top of
Yeah.
that, correct.
I know. So, all
We're
right.
trying to discourage people from voting because which direction do they usually vote?
Exactly, because they vote Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm not going to read the whole thing, and then I'll have to say her name again, and I can't take another sip of wine.
Oh, you will. We have enough.
Yeah.
We have enough. There's some in here. Go ahead, you just lay it on us.
That's good, that's good.
It's a Saturday.
But now, shortly after Trump returned to the White House, Georgia's Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, who was the guy who defied Trump
Yes.
in the first place when he said that, like he was
But
really
he's not
won
like
Georgia. No, he sent a request to Bondi.
You made me snort just then.
Asking the DOJ to drop its complaints against Georgia. Okay,
What?
so
What?
the DOJ did, they withdrew from the Georgia lawsuit. It's the latest move in the Trump administration's larger goal to reverse the Biden era
So he
voting
went
rights
to them
efforts.
and asked them to drop. Is that what you're saying?
Earlier this
Yep.
month, the
I missed
DOJ
this
dropped
story.
its claims against Texas that its new state legislative and congressional maps violate the Voting Rights Act.
So Judy wants to know about the Rathenberg.
Rathenberg, so,
Well,
yeah.
He asked the Bondi to do that.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm not doing
Oh, we
it.
did
I'm getting
it again.
drunk.
You have to do it. It's the law.
Oh God.
It's the law. It's the law.
It's a law.
I send it.
They're making up their
Yeah,
own
he
laws.
sent
I'm
a
gonna make up
request
my
to
own.
her. So they,
Yeah.
did it, and then now they're doing it in Texas. And then in January, the DOJ voluntarily dismissed its case. Challenging Virginia's voter purge program, as well as a similar lawsuit. I told you I'm getting drunk. I can't say her name anymore. Challenging Alabama's voter purge program. So the DOJ is dropping all these cases that
Yeah.
we have, to protect our voting rights,
Yeah.
because they're in somebody's pocket.
Yep. This is dangerous stuff, guys.
Can I just do a little sidebar here?
Sure.
Yes, this is factual.
Mm-hmm.
This is information that everybody should be aware
Yeah,
of.
these are things you can look up anytime.
I do have to. I just have to say, for somebody who knows a lot of people who work in the DOJ and I have worked with many DOJ attorneys, I feel for you, and not everybody. This must be such
They're
a
hard-
hard.
they're a
but
victim.
They're caught up in this, and
Don't you consider
and
like them a
I-
victim of what's going
I
on?
really, really do. And my heart breaks for the dedicated career DOJ employees who see this happening to something that they have worked their whole lives toward to support what is supposed to be a nonpartisan, land of the law for the people.
Exactly.
agency that is now being weaponized to something
No,
different.
they shouldn't have to answer to the President of the United States.
Or who
They're
else?
independent.
Or who
yeah,
else?
Or Congress, or the Senate,
or who's leading
Supreme
it?
Court.
Or as-
PB.
What's her name?
PB.
I'm trying to get you to say it.
I'm slurring my words already.
You know what?
I
You know what? I do appreciate what you just said because
Yeah.
I had one fell swoop. All the DOJs. Sherlock is in agreement. He's really good.
No, there's a lot of good people caught up in this.
It's the same with the
turmoil.
FBI too.
It's the
Right,
same
like-
in
Mhm.
many
and
agencies.
agencies.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
many
absolutely.
good people that are just
They're
spinning their
victims.
heads.
I
Yeah.
refer to them as victims.
So anyway, her meet Deal Young.
Every time she says that, we have to start drinking.
No. She's the one that she did get confirmed. So she's a veteran lawyer with a history of attacking voting rights to lead the U.S. Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division. So it's kind of scary. Okay, so I'm not going to. Oh, the only one who didn't vote against her was Lisa Murkowski, and I'm mad at her anyway
I'm
for
mad
that
at
whole
her.
shit with
I
that
am
goddamn
so
bill.
mad at her.
She sold out to get
you're gonna
something
visit
for
her
Alaska.
state.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not going. That's it.
I
My
know.
final decision. Maybe I'll go just to yell at Lisa
Yeah,
Murkowski.
from the cruise. Damn you, Lisa Murkowski.
That's true. I never even thought of that.
I know. It's so annoying.
Sherlock, no.
Okay, whatever.
No.
I'm gonna skip over her because she's there's a
dog.
lot about her. She's real.
No, I'm very
freaking
disappointed in
asshole.
her.
Okay, whatever. To another point, President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social Monday night that he's directing the U.S. Department of Justice to take all necessary action to help secure the release of Tina Peters. That's what I read before.
Tina Peters.
This woman who manipulated election machines.
Oh,
Who's
he's
he-
giving people. He's giving. I forget the guy's name. Adam Schiff had a whole thing. Like he's giving one of the January 6th protesters
Yeah.
that raided the Capitol that said kill the cops. He put him in position. I forget the name of the position, but it was a whole long thing that.
Right.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And that's supposed to be this is supposed to be a party that
Right.
is for law enforcement,
Law and order.
for law and
Yeah,
order,
law and order
and
party.
yet he's placing somebody, people know this, who said kill the cops in
Yeah.
a position of prominence.
Hang Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Don't even get me, please. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so anyway, with Tina Peters, the former GOP local election clerk in Colorado, that's who she was. She was sentenced to 9 years in prison in October for her role in voting system data breach and a failed attempt to find voter fraud. In March, the DOJ filed a
Sherlock.
statement of interest.
He's very upset at this news.
No.
It's very
No.
upsetting.
I think you're a
Even
mad
the
dog.
dogs are howling in anger.
Get over here.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, in 2021, Peters, an avowed election denier with ties to renowned conspiracy theorist and MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell,
I can't say that.
allowed unauthorized people into the Mesa County election office and used the stolen identity of a software engineer to copy sensitive election data to post online. And she got 9 years, and Trump wants her released, and the DOJ is going to do that. That isn't a firm decision by them, but you know darn well it's going to happen. So.
Going down.
Okay, so I mean, this is going to take a long time, but I'm not even going to read
I'm
this one.
sorry about the dogs.
Yeah, you should be.
The DOGs.
Yes.
At least they're not DOGE.
The DOGs don't
Yeah.
want to hear about the DOJ.
Right. Yeah. But you know what? This is us. This is authentic.
We do this so that you guys know that there is no editing. You know, we do this too
Yes.
as well. We're not
That's a
editing.
good
We're
point.
not. You know,
Yeah.
we want you to know that this is just kind of how it comes
I
out of
know.
our mouths.
Yeah. I mean, and I do a lot of research. All of us do. It isn't like we just
But that's
watch
why
the
I feel
news.
bad that the dogs are interrupting.
I know, really, they're stealing my thunder. So anyway, now these are just a couple of blurb points since the beginning of June. So on June 6th, Oh yeah, this is all.
2025.
This is
That's
all
when
since
she
January.
Said, no, I thought you said
Yeah, the
March.
store
but
said March
I
and a
said,
couple of things.
I knew it was going to be a long journey
Yeah.
because there has been so much that happens, and it's hard for people who don't really
And I
pay
skipped
attention.
over stuff.
Oh, I know you did.
I could, otherwise we'd be doing
And
this
you're
for
focusing
hours.
on one agency.
Exactly.
There's so much happening everywhere
One
else.
thing,
Rachel-
voters' rights.
Rachel Maddow and Lawrence O'Donnell both say they're doing all this to keep us distracted.
Yes.
Overwhelming us.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, so on June 6th, DOJ files a statement of interest in Oregon voter roll maintenance challenge. So what are they doing poking into that? The DOJ files a statement of interest in a lawsuit brought by right-wing legal group Judicial Watch challenging the state's voter roll maintenance procedures. So now the DOJ is going in there to help them along
Well, you
with
know,
this
we
bullshit.
have midterms coming up not too far, next year.
Exactly.
So it's something.
That's what this is all about. So
We
that
have to
they
get their
win the
ducks in a
midterms.
row.
Yeah.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
DOJ argued for stronger enforcement of a federal requirement for states to publicize information about what they're doing to ensure accurate rolls. And then the DOJ reverses position in Arizona proof of citizen law. The DOJ reversed its position in a case challenging Arizona's strict proof of citizen requirements. A DOJ lawsuit brought during the Biden administration argued the state's requirement that voter registrants list their birthplace violates federal law. In a new filing, the department argued that it doesn't. So, June 20th, DOJ backs Alabama in pre-clearance dispute. Plaintiffs argue that Alabama's map drawing process should be put under federal supervision or pre-clearance after the state repeatedly was found to have drawn maps that intentionally discriminated against black Alabamians. The DOJ submitted a filing opposing the effort. There's many more.
There's been, they
This
have,
you know,
what website?
And it's only
This
July.
is a democracy
It's only
docket.
July.
yeah.
Wait, is it all one word?
Democracy docket.
.org?
That I guess so. I get the email. I guess it's .org.
Oh,
So.
okay. All right, so look that up.
DOJ, I'll just read the headlines. DOJ on June 23rd demands answers from Pennsylvania on voter roll maintenance. June 25th, DOJ sues Orange County, California over voter records. June 25th, 25, Dylan, that one who is against the one who just became the civil rights person, warns more loose lawsuits may be coming. Dylan warned in an interview that more actions similar to the Orange County lawsuit may be coming. One by one, we're going to make sure that states are compliant. Any state or jurisdiction that refuses to comply with Help America Vote Act, I'm going to look that shit up, that was mentioned a lot in here, will be met with lawsuits from Civil Rights. So the Civil Rights Department is going to start suing people for wanting their civil rights.
Organized.
Wow, wow.
And DOJ files statement of interest in, oh no, I already did that.
You did that one.
DOJ demands access to Minnesota's voter rolls. Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was June 25th. July 7th. DOJ urges Texas to redraw congressional maps.
Yeah.
This is the DOJ asking.
It's likely
Texas
to reduce the
redraw
voting
maps.
power of minority Texans and boosting the GOP.
So now, because, it seems like they may not have enough work to do because they're now trying to find work to do.
Right.
Yep.
They're asking states to do this other stuff, but I guess they don't have enough work to do.
Yeah, so anyway, the White House has
It's not
been...
funny, but it's
No,
like,
The White House
have
has
to
been
make it-
pushing for this,
Why
and
don't
it's
you
just
finish
going to
I did finish it.
disenfranchise
No,
minority groups, and it's going to boost the GOP. And finally, the last thing they had posted was July 8th, DOJ jumps into Illinois voting lawsuit. DOJ submitted a statement of interest in a lawsuit aimed at forcing Illinois to do more to maintain the accuracy of its voter rolls. The statement argues for stricter enforcement of a federal requirement that states take steps to remove the names of dead voters or those who have moved. And I
let's
read a
remind
little bit
everybody.
more about this.
Oh, okay, good.
And what I read about it is that This isn't the state's job. They're going after the states, and they're mostly blue states.
Of course.
But what's the issue is that this is a non-issue.
Exactly.
It
This is a non-issue that they're trying to create it to be a federal big
That
issue.
was another
now,
point
with
that I read
said,
about. Yeah.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but we're talking about
Oh,
very
minuscule.
very small, tiny
It would
numbers
not affect
that would
any
never
election.
affect an election. But yet we are spending taxpayer resources. So you have taxpayer-funded attorneys, taxpayer-funded paralegals, taxpayer-funded judges, all of this to clog up dockets for a very small issue. If you're okay with that, your property taxes are going up. Mine did. Your homeowner's insurance things are all going up. This is all wrapped up into your payments. Everything is going up. And we are spending our taxpayer money to fund nonsense
Yeah.
lawsuits and encouraging states to fund state-funded investigations into a non-problem. If you're okay with this, then we're
I know.
probably not friends, but it's
Right,
okay.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
It's I think I had said about 25, 30 years ago, oh, I'm apolitical. I don't
You
want.
said that?
Yeah.
You said you were apolitical.
Apolitical.
When was that?
Well, she was a born-again Christian, probably.
No, but it was just like, there was like, this one and that one and
You
they
just
all
want everyone
lied.
to get along.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
You don't
thank
want to draw attention to
Thank
yourself.
you, Donald, because I'm certainly not apolitical anymore. And there's just so much to say. There's just
This is my final word. Stop paying attention to what's really happening in this country.
Fox News is lying to you.
Yeah.
Sorry. I had to say it again. I
They
can't.
said that in the very beginning, but I know some people, I heard that they keep it on their TV all the day long, so they're being fed this. I'm not telling you to watch CNN, I'm not telling you to watch MSNBC, I'm not telling you to watch PBS. Just turn off the fucking Fox, because they are adding to the problem.
Yeah, try
yeah.
reading something. Too.
Yeah. Well, also, wait, don't go away yet. One thing I saw, I forget where I saw on, I think Midas Touch had shared this. Somehow Trump gets these people to lie for him, and I don't know why. And even the doctor, he had the doctor say that Trump is the healthiest president ever.
Do you think doctors are immune to greed, Carol?
No, but
religious leaders are greedy.
They don't want to lose that nice gig.
They don't want to lose the nice gig and the nice perks with any job. Greed is what.
But guess what?
Powerful.
You're paying the price.
Yeah.
I'm paying the price. You see a picture of Donald Trump next to Obama, and you think, oh yeah, he's. It's just I'm infuriated.
Did you see the picture of him falling up the stairs on Air Force One?
Okay, but you know what?
I'm not even.
This is really kind of a red herring, because no matter,
It is.
to be honest, if you're able-bodied or not, it shouldn't matter.
Right. We need to have
You
a brain
understand?
too.
There are many people with disabilities who can run circles around this administration.
I hope you enjoyed this. Please get back to us. Let us know what you think.
I enjoyed the dogs
We
barking.
really enjoyed it.
And I
Crema, you got us
For
through
some
this one.
reason, Lacey got Sherlock barking.
It's their dinner time. We started a little late. Thank you for coming, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.